Hey guys, it's Miss Alicia, Spiritual Wellness Mindset Coach. I help people who struggle with forgiveness and the negative impact of starting over. I am not a doctor, I am a coach. Today's message is think for yourself. Coming from Esther chapter 1. How many of you guys have gotten in a relationship with a man or a woman and they were fine? Or they were handsome, and you wanted the world to know it. And that partner of yours knew how much you thought of them, and they knew that you liked showing them off. But it came a time that you invited them to a function, and they didn't show up. And instead of you checking on them yourself, you got mad. You got in your feelings. Your ego was shattered. You were upset. Well, Esther chapter 1 talks about that. Before I get into this message, I have 3 definitions for you. The first one is displayed. And displayed means to present, to expose to view, or to show. And the next word is conduct. Conduct is habit, actions, manners, behavior. And lastly, the word respond. Respond is to greet, to reply, to acknowledge, or to answer. I've been in a relationship before, and I've been around someone who really thought a lot about me, and I knew that. And I could tell that they would act a certain way when we were around people. But I always made sure that I let them know, listen, I understand how I may look to you, but at the end of the day, I'm not only just the beauty that you see. And sometimes you got to check people like that. I'm not saying that I'm beautiful to everybody. And the same way you guys would say you don't feel you're beautiful or handsome to everybody. But we're talking about people that we have been in a relationship with or been around. All right. So this message, think for yourself, talks about King Xerxes. He was the ruler over Susa. He was in Citadel. And it says that this king, he was a show-off. Okay? Now you might say, well, Miss Alicia, all kings are show-offs. Well, it really hones in on this king, King Xerxes. It says that he gave a banquet that lasted 180 days. And he invited officials, politicians of the day, leaders, noblemen, military men, anybody who believed that they were somebody, they were there. Says that there was tapestry of gold and ruby and fine linen everywhere, all around the palace. So imagine when you went up in his palace, you was looking and you were like, wow, this is nice. He was a show-off. He was very wealthy. It says that he served them liquor and he gave them as much as they wanted of any kind until their heart was content. Imagine a function lasting 180 days, not 6 hours, not 1 hour, 24 hours, 48 hours, 180 days. That's like you partying, then go home, and you feel like maybe the next weekend, let me go back up there. And it's still going down. And it says that after that 180 days was over, he gave another function. And this was for 7 days for the more inner court of where he lived in the palace. And it says that at one point he was feeling himself. He was so high-spirited, feeling himself. And he told his eunuchs, hey, go get my girl. Go get Queen Vashti. Tell her to come on out here so everybody can see her. Let me look at her. And it says that they went to Queen Vashti and summoned for her request and said that the king wanted her to come. And she didn't come. And she didn't send no response. She just didn't come. So word got back to King Xerxes. And he was feeling some kind of way. His ego was shot. Okay? He didn't know how to take that. He's not used to being turned down. You would think, as high-spirited as he was, he still understood. He was well aware that she didn't show up. So it says he asked his confidants, the men that's close to him, his homeboys, and said, hey, King Vashti has not come out here. What's up with that? What should I do? I'm not used to that. And so it says that the confidants, they were like, you gave somebody the opportunity to give you information, and they not only want to give you information for you, but they putting their own thoughts up in there about how people would feel about them. So they came up with a notion to tell him, you know what, you need to make a decree. And because she acting out and not coming out here doing what you say, she being disrespectful, you need to cut her off. Get you somebody else. So instead of King Xerxes going himself, or maybe sending the eunuchs back and say, well, but go ask her, is everything okay? He goes on and listens to his friends, to his confidants, and banned her. Why are you saying this, Miss Alicia? That happened a long time ago. That's in the Bible. Matter of fact, Miss Alicia, that's in the Old Testament. Esther, I remember that story. What does that have to do with us today? I'm glad you asked. Well, for those of you who are in the King Xerxes personality, and you have wealth, you have a beautiful woman, things is going well for you, you got an ego, you like to show off, your woman's good to you, and you've invited her out somewhere and she didn't show, or she said she didn't feel like going, and you got mad at her for not showing because you wanted people to see her. Ask God to forgive you. And remember, that woman is a blessing from God. Respect her. And remember, the display is for you, not for everybody. That's fine if when you go places and people compliment her or they let you know, hey, you got a beautiful girl. Thank you. Remember to respect her. And for the Queen Vashti personalities out there, you may say, Miss Alicia, I can relate to that. Where's the forgiveness in that for me? God, forgive me for starting this relationship as a Barbie doll and not making sure that I displayed not only beauty with this man, but that I had wisdom as well. Moving forward, in these relationships that you are in, the beauty, the handsomeness, remember that it's a gift from God. And remember, think for yourself. Ask questions instead of getting upset and punishing a person by leaving them. Think about it. The word displayed. Conduct. Respond. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.